The comfort zone consists of the areas we know, are accustomed to, and sometimes remain in, even if we are unhappy. But why can't we leave this zone? Why do we endure things we dislike every day and ignore new opportunities? The fundamental reason lies in the way our brain functions. It creates habits to conserve energy and allows us to operate on autopilot. While this makes life easier, it also keeps us away from growth and discovery. The anxiety we feel towards new experiences, fear of failure, and concern about not being accepted keep us stuck. Small habits, like always sitting at the same table in a restaurant or drinking coffee from the same cup, reflect our brain's preference for comfort. However, this comfort does not make us happier. Rather, it traps us in the same cycle. Psychologist Dr. David Burns, in his studies on cognitive distortions, states that when we experience failure, we generalize it and apply it to other areas of our lives. In other words, if we feel inadequate in one area, we avoid other attempts as well. Yet, life is about discovery. Without discovery, there is no growth. We should not work for happiness, but for meaning. Because when we find meaning, happiness naturally follows. Meaning is not about making others happy, it is about adding value to ourselves. If something does not excite you, it is because you are not interested in it, not because you are lazy. So we must discover what truly interests us. Trying new things and stepping out of our comfort zone requires courage. But we should focus on how we feel during the process rather than the outcomes. When you are in flow, you draw inspiration from everything: nature, books, even advertisements. Our brain is adaptable. Scientific research shows that as we develop new habits, our brain changes too. This means we are capable of achieving far more than we imagine. However, stress, anxiety, and feelings of inadequacy disrupt our chemistry. Therefore, we must be compassionate to ourselves, stay present, take care of our bodies, and dedicate at least 10 minutes each day to discovering our meaning. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. Trying and enjoying the process is enough. Think of the story of the dog that kept whining while sitting on a nail but was too afraid to move. Don't stay where you feel uncomfortable. Get up and explore, just like you did as a child. Because children learn by trying. Try, and you will see just how vast your potential truly is. Our brain's preference for staying in the comfort zone is an evolutionary mechanism. In the past, choosing the safest paths was necessary for survival. However, in today's world, this habit can hinder our growth. That's why we must consciously question our habits and expand our comfort zone through small changes. For instance, if you drink the same coffee every day, trying a different flavor can give you a fresh perspective. Incorporating new experiences into our lives does not require taking giant steps. With small, sustainable changes, we can train our brains. Challenging ourselves, being open to new experiences, and not fearing failure are key to this process. Moreover, overcoming the fear of failure requires viewing our experiences as learning opportunities. Failure is the greatest part of growth. Remember that Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, but each attempt brought him one step closer to success. Finally, to gather courage, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Most of the time, the worst-case scenario is not as frightening as we imagine, and when you try, you will realize you have stepped into a new world. Take a step today to discover yourself. For inspiration, go out into nature, explore new places, and meet new people. Even small changes can affect how your brain functions. Change your morning routine, try a different route, or take up a new hobby. Life is worth exploring.